Hi, my name's Armando.
I'm Philip, and our project is the mousetrap. So what our design was we have an IR sensor and an IR transmitter and with force sensing resistor. So what happens is the IR transmitter sends a constant signal bouncing off the mirrors and into this IR sensor, which makes an invisible perimeter, and you can detect early detection. And then in the center we have a force sensing resistor, which you can calibrate any kind of piece of cheese. Our robot, it's a piece of cheese, their battery, and so you can calibrate it. And once we have a threshold of 0.1 higher or lower, and if you break that, it constantly checks the force, and if it breaks that threshold, it triggers the motor to drop the cage on top to catch the mouse. So we came across one problem when designing it was the initial design, proof of concept works with the IR transmitter, but for some reason we couldn't get it to fully go all the way around. The signal just kept getting lost, and to try to calibrate and work with a light you can't see, we literally tried every possible way to get it to work. It couldn't. So right now the wall does not work, but everything else does. I'll let Armando explain the circuitry real quick before we demo it.
Okay, so pretty much what gets the cage to drop is this force sensor resistor, which he says can you calibrate to any force you get, right? And that's depending on the force, you get a voltage out. Using this configuration that we had here from the spec sheet, we needed to output 3.3 volts so the Nexus can actually read it. So we have this resistor right here that allows us to output that. If you change that resistor, the range of the voltage of it becomes more sensitive or less sensitive depending on how you want it. So we just have this right here. So we needed an op-amp to actually make it work. So we created this voltage regulator to achieve the 3 volts that we want across the resistor, so we can get the protection for the Nexus board. Once it senses a change, the Nexus board sends a signal to the switch right here, which activates our mechanism over here and makes the thing fall.
Alright, so we have 2 buttons set, one for reset and one to calibrate. So I'll reset it and then calibrate it. So you can't, the cage will never drop until you actually calibrate with the piece of cheese on there. So now if I turn the robot on and I walk it, just like that.
Great. Thanks, guys.
That's awesome.